That's a spectacular question. The question is, how do you create a consistent, like, message after message after message without veering away from the idea? One of the things that I say all the time is, if you want to create content, you live life and you create content. Your life is, like, seriously an incredible source of any kind of content that you can think of. Watch this. I don't know if y'all know this, but Coke was sued by the government to take caffeine out before they took the cocaine out. And now they left the cocaine in, took the caffeine out. So what's the point? Don't trust the government because they don't know what they're talking about, right? And then the second thing is, you got to focus on the right thing, because if you take the wrong thing out, you're messing up. You have to really understand your audience. If you make a list of challenges they have, objections that they have, the things that they're thinking and dealing with, just in the topic generally. So if you think about investments, how do I invest when I only make minimum wage? How do I invest in a way that doesn't put me in risk? Or what's the right amount of risk to take? So you just come up with the questions that they have and the challenges that they have, the struggles that they have. And so you can address each of these things one at a time. You got to think creatively about it. So you could actually come out and say, well, people ask this question. If you have this question, this is a good email for you. Or this could do that. But a lot of times I like to put it in a story. So if you work backwards, the question is, how do I invest with a minimum wage? Because it seems impossible. And then you go find somebody who's done it. Or you come up with, like, here's 3 steps to help you do that. But then you could say, so there's an example, you can use an example. So you're telling the story of somebody who said this person was unsure about how to build their investment portfolio, especially considering they worked at McDonald's and made $7 an hour. But so you find an example, or you find a story related to that. And as you begin to really, like, get in the flow of things, you'll find crazier and crazy stories. Like, I go out of my way to find. I one time heard a story on the radio and tucked it away, and I used it in a sales letter 3 years later. That one made $1 million. But you're always coming back to the core, right? What we're talking about is how to invest when you don't have much money, or how to begin investing. And you think of all the different challenges they have, and then you just find things related to that. And you think of the different feelings that they have, the different thoughts that they have, different challenges they've had, and then you can just talk about each of those things individually. Guess what? That turns into 20 things. You could right now write a list of 20 things to write about on that. And then you just have to you can come back and fill in the blanks with, what's the story I want to tell about this? What's the illustration I want to have?